This is Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm Vadd, and we are here as Henry as we make our way towards the training ground. And it is incredibly dark here. We were tasked with getting trained, as apparently that'll make us more competent in a major way. So we're going to try and make that happen. We do have a torch, but I almost feel like it's like worse with the torch because like visibility is like now very high just in front of us, but also being like really low everywhere else now. Without this, we just cannot see anything, but like we kind of can. Trying to see if I can eat one of these chickens quick for my dog. Looks like there's actually like a lot of people around here, a little bit uncomfortable.
Only bandits creep around in the dark without a light. Where's your
Alright, they want me to have a torch. Oh gosh. It's just so bright. I really don't want a torch out. But they are giving me a hard time. Hopefully we're getting close. I think we're supposed to be going towards the letter A. Yeah, we need to be able to see a little further. I was looking if we pop a chicken really quick. For our friend. Looking for a dog here. There we go. Come here. So our dog is apparently named Mutt. I wish we could have named. Good boy. Really wish we could have named the dog. Looks like we're getting pretty close to the training grounds. Looks like they're just over this hill. But now it's like not day. I was kind of hoping it would be daylight by the time we got closer to it, but it seems like that's just not going to be the case. I don't know if the dude's even going to be here now. Since, you know, it's the middle of the night. I'm hoping he is, though.
Captain Bernard's not here. I should stop by during the day.
Oh, that sucks. Man. Alright, fine. We'll come by here during the day. We will just be back, I guess. We'll wait it out. It's daylight, but it seems the dude is just not here. We'll have to just wash ourselves real quick, see if that changes anything. We're as clean as we're going to get. Yeah, just nobody here. Little bit of trouble as we are required to kind of punch our way through this, it seems, before we get to the next quest for the main story. Yeah, something that's done really well here is that just ignoring the fact there's no shadows, which I'm happy with. Just the way that the sun's coming over this hill and the way it's slowly starting to light things up appropriately. Like you can see the top of the castle is brighter as the sun hits it than the bottom here. I really thought this guy would like pop out of a tent and be like, all right, I'm here. We got an update. The training guy doesn't come here during the day. He comes here specifically in the afternoon. So we will need to hang out until lunch and then he will be here hopefully. Of course, the start of the rain. Just our luck. What's up, Bernard? Basic training. Here we go.
I'm here for training.
Yes, you're that boy Sir Radzig sent.
Yes, that's me.
Let's get to it then, since that's what Sir Radzig wishes.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly and keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it. Right, good. Now try attacking. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body.
Here we
slashing
go.
from various sides to get used to it.
Thank you.
Right. That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times.
My guy, you're getting big stabbed. Here we go.
Nice. Not bad. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react. String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike.
That's it.
This is actually the second tutorial, and they are identical. This is all the exact same dialogue,
That's it.
just a different instructor, same order of events, everything.
Now let's see how you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow.
We're out of stamina. That's why he gets kind of slow motion and blue like this. Come on, swing.
See, I lure you, then attack unexpectedly.
Yeah, I'm just really struggling, guy.
Good hit.
Not good enough. Look, we're actually taking real damage to our health bar there for a second.
Fine. That's enough. I have my work cut out, it seems. That's life.
Let's try something more advanced. When in combat, keep an eye on the space between you and your opponent. That is your space.
Try to attack from the side the opponent will find harder to block in time. If I'm holding the sword raised up, do an uppercut. If my sword is low, lunge. Let's try it. You strike a few times at the side where I'm not holding my sword.
Okay.
Right. Lesson 2. Everything you've learned about blocking is wrong.
You just taught
When
me
I cover, I
everything.
can simply fend off your blows with my sword and gain control of the space between us. But it's better not to control just the space, but actually your opponent's weapon. Attack, and I'll show you.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, that will do. Now you. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside.
Good.
Yeah, this is way too tricky, man.
That's it. Very good.
To be clear, this does not work in real combat nearly as easily. It's a whole lot faster.
Nice.
And most of these blocks are not perfect blocks.
Not bad. Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But don't get cocky. You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice. Whenever you've got nothing better to do and you're in the mood for it, you can come and train here with me. I can teach you something more when you're up to it.
I love how brave
Don't leave
he
yet.
is.
The Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery.
To be standing in this full metal in an open field in a lightning storm, this guy is incredibly brave. We have discovered the archery range. Cool. It's kind of hoping to be out of the rain, but
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start. And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it.
okay.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get in position. Now concentrate. A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance. You shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague. But you wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood. Inhale on the draw.
There's no aiming
Hold your
reticle.
breath.
So I've gone into the console commands to turn on the
That flew nice.
aiming reticle for the bow. I have
Well,
no
that
idea
was
why
awful.
it's not a setting we can do.
Didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectations.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing.
What did you say?
Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
The braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me? Well?
Any time.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I have enough.
Good, then let's get to it.
Yeah, we don't have a single dollar and we're a terrible shot. Henry is an absolute baboon. I'm 100% not moving this bow at all. It is completely swinging this way on its own volition. Yeah, we're gonna big time lose. We basically need 2 bullseyes here. He scored a 12? Wow, it's so many points, man. I mean, I feel like 9 wasn't bad.
Nicely shot.
Thank you, Bernard. It seems I get to keep the bow.
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent. Then let's go.
Why are we sword fighting? Are you kidding me? We're gonna just...
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Yeah, it really did. He's like a lot faster than Sir Hans.
Topsy did it.
Come on. This is really tough. Trying to figure out like what angle he's coming from and attack like the opposite. I think he's starting to get tired, but like we're just not in like a whole lot better of a place.
Come over here.
No, no,
Well,
no.
Well, we're even then. It looks like I get to keep my bow and you your groschen. I suppose I should give you credit for taking on my challenge. Despite your limitations, Godspeed, blacksmith. And don't worry, this isn't the last time we'll meet. We'll have more fun like this again soon.
I don't like this guy at all. He can go. We have a task called Courtship. Teresa, who saved our life and was a good friend of ours from Skalitz, our home village. We haven't spoken for ages. We should stop by and see how she's doing. She's got a lot of work though, so she's only free before 12 noon and when it's not raining. Hi, Teresa.
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea.
How about a walk along the river?
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Objective started. Take a walk with Teresa here. Here we are, taking a walk. How about that?
That was a good idea to go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out. I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I'd love to listen to that young preacher, Jan Hus. They say he preaches in the common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle.
Ooh, she wants to
Last one
run?
is a slimy slug.
Oh, no. Oh, she's actually really fast. Like, we're faster in a sprint, but we do not have a lot of stamina to, like, you know, have a long race. How far are we running? Just to the river, or... Oh, she's still going. Huh. Alright, we're just gonna try and sprint it at the end here. Hopefully this is close. Can't lose. We can't be a slug. You think she comes down the path here? Or?
That was fun. Oh, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
The only one here whose head is all messed up is me. How do you always manage to look so good?
Just look at the lady killer. Where did you learn to talk that way?
I don't recall which church service it was exactly.
You scoundrel. But you certainly know how to make a girl feel special. You may continue. But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
Just a little way. I don't want anyone to gossip.
Like who? Okay, in a couple of days we need to ask Teresa
Thank you for
out
coming
again.
with me. Please come and see me again.
Okay. It's not like we don't all sleep in the same room. Well, that was nice. We are back at the mill. A number of days have passed, and it's time to see if we can take Teresa out again.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Don't you want to do something together again?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will. I promise.
On one hand, you kind of feel bad for Teresa, as her whole family's been killed. And now she's living here with her uncle in a whole
Go to
new
taverns
town.
a lot, do you?
And she's living almost the exact same, just
If I want a
sheltered
proper
life.
meal, I have to. You wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook. So, here we are. Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh,
But really?
yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right. Oh,
All right.
it's fine.
Look, they're having fun.
All right.
It is allowed.
Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
Oh
How about you
no.
leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh no, combat. I wasn't ready. Punch. We're just gonna panic punch. Oh no.
You call that combat?
I think we're a little bit scripted to win here. Oh man. Ugh. Are we winning? I don't feel like we're winning. I don't think we're supposed to be able to lose this. It's a very good chance we will, though.
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine. Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
Oh, it's going well for them. We literally all sleep in the same room, but, you know, don't let Peshek fright worry. Yeah, so we have to wait a couple more days before we can take Teresa out for another night on the town. I think it's time we can go ahead and talk to Teresa again and see how things develop.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
Do you still feel like doing something together?
Shall we play blind man's buff?
Whoa.
That's really what you want to do?
I know it's a game for children, but I always liked it, and I won't feel stupid playing it with you.
I don't know, I feel like if there's any two people that, you know, need to have something good in their life, it's these two, right? You know, they've both lost all their family.
Nobody will see us here in this barn.
Whoa.
Are you shy?
It's a game for little children. Of course I'm embarrassed.
You know, they both lost all their families, and they grew up together. They're maybe in some ways just very close.
I'll cover my eyes.
Well, they do say love is blind.
Cheeky boy. But this is a game you won't be winning. I've got ears sharper than a bat.
And I'm as stealthy as a cat. You'll never find me.
We'll see. But if you leave the barn, you lose. Come here. Come on, spin me around. What are you waiting for?
Blind I may be, deaf I'm not. Make a sound, and you'll get got. How does it go after that?
It doesn't matter. Go and hide.
Just you wait.
Oh,
I'll find you.
no, you won't. Oh, no, you won't. We're very sneaky. Now, in a lot of ways, it's tough to appreciate just...
What was that? Was that you?
Nope. Our dog's helping us win. It's tough to appreciate sometimes just how important it is to have shared experiences. And Teresa and Henry have an absolute just boatload of shared experiences with their upbringing,
Where are you?
with their traumatic, you know, loss of family and everything they knew in their home village. In a lot of ways, when she talked about it earlier, I don't think I made it into the final cut, but you know, like we saved Teresa from the Cumans, she saved us from the Bandits.
Oh, no.
You know,
I've left clothes out to dry. We have to bring them in before they get soaked.
she left clothes out to dry. Oh no.
Help me bring it to the hay.
To the hay. Oh, this feels like a setup. We are getting set up, Henry. Hopefully set up for something good. We've collected the laundry. We're going to be stuck in the barn. There's going to be this big downpour. Yeah, see, it's not safe to go back into the house.
It's sopping wet.
Only one thing to do. They're falling in love.
Shouldn't we spread the linen out?
Henry, hush now.
Yay! Well, I hope they're happy. Quest completed, courtship. Hi, Teresa.
About that evening.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? How do you see it with us, Henry? If I really must say it, I like you very much, and you saved my life in Skalitz.
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you.
Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
Yikes.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry.
But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but I'm very fond of you.
I know, you silly sod.
Hey,
we
lad.
can't get married yet.
Doesn't want a little wager on the
But we
rat
can
egg
still
for me?
see each other and be fond of each other.
Interesting. So I guess that's that for now. Right now, Henry's got a problem. He's got the clothes on his back and love in his heart, and that's about it. And that might be enough for a child, but Henry is becoming an adult in his world, and I think he needs to have a little more to offer Teresa for this to move forward before we try and approach Peshek or anything, you know? We were tasked with going hunting as the, like, manservant for this guy here, and we got right up to him to start the hunt, and he just walked away. It was very rude, and we can't even unhorse him or start some dialogue, so we will have to wait another day. This is actually my third day of trying to get this old boy here. And the hard thing is that once you kind of miss the opportunity, you have to sleep and rest and kind of reset the day. So, whoops. We'll try again.
Stop right there. I have to search you.
Can you
Why?
hear me? Such are my orders.
That's the third guard that stopped us to search us. I don't really know why. But sometimes they seem to get stuck in a loop where one of them gets sent to search, but like maybe goes on a break or like loses you, and so another picks it up. But then when the first one finds you again, all of a sudden you now have to get search all over again. I gotta tell you, it's always raining. It is just always raining. Oh, and we don't even have shoes again because apparently we keep only getting shoes that are stolen, which is kind of tough because the stolen shoes then keep getting taken by the guards. Anyhow, point is, one of the hard things with resting is the hardships of passing time is you get hungry and you lose energy. So I found a bed we could like quick rest in because the owner died under mysterious circumstances. Only mysterious because nobody knows exactly what happened, but we are just absolutely out of food now, as we had enough food apparently in the last 3 days, but we've been trying to like make this hunt happen for 3 days. Just kind of a lot of time, not just you know, in the world, but also like, you know, also like kind of a lot of time like meet Lord Capon at dawn in the courtyard. Okay. Don't tell me we went the wrong way. He's like through here. No, that's the archery. Hold on. I think he's just around this corner. I really did expect this much rain. Like, and the fact that everyone oh, here he comes. Can we do it, guy? Just gonna keep riding. Okay, we'll follow him in. This is not the first time we've followed him in, and he's just refused to talk to us. And in doing so, we've missed the hunt. So, we're supposed to follow him on a hunt. He's not very nice. We don't like him. And most of the townspeople don't say the nicest things about him either. Eventually, he'll hop off his little prancing pony. Alright, are we ready for the hunt, Hans?
I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
Of course
sir.
not.
Where would someone like me get a horse?
Good point. Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose. Well, you'll just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
You don't have a second horse?
But sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a peasant.
Like I said, he's not very nice. In case that wasn't immediately clear. Alright. We follow him to the hunt. He just kicked me. See, like, the blood on the edges and my health bar chunk down? One cold, rainy day in the lightning storm.
Let's go! Yeah! Hurry up, blacksmith!
Okay, I'm hurrying. Hans doesn't have to be mean. Like, it would cost him absolutely nothing to use, like, slightly nicer language. He knew we didn't have a horse. He still asked. Then he made fun of us for not having one. Then when we said, is there not a horse we could use so we could, you know, make good pace? He laughed times 2, right? Just trying to run this guy over.
About that business in the ale house.
Yes, sir.
Hannes was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town.
So the hard thing there is we were kind of in between events. We were asked to, like, tell everyone the tavern was closing. I didn't think it was a big deal. But he was the only guest. And he's technically the rightful ruler of these lands. But nobody really likes him. And so there was a governor put over him to steward these lands and show him kind of how to run things from a very long time. And he's only gotten older and worse, right? His father died young or whatever. And so he's supposed to be the lord of these lands, but like literally everyone's like, we hope he falls off a horse and dies. Like nobody wants him. And the guy who's stewarding these lands, everyone's like, we like him much, much better. And so when we went to close the tavern, he was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I own everything you see. And like, by birth he does, but by power, he's actually not in charge as the steward is. And so he like punched us right as the steward walked in. And the steward's like, why are you punching more peasants? And it turns out there was not a good reason to be punching peasants. And so as his punishment, he now is supposed to take us on this hunt. And as you can see, he's really just treating us like a real pal. Bring him wine and bacon. Oh, okay, sure. Right, of course. This is how you treat your subjects. Fetch wine and bacon. You got bacon. You got wine. Okay. I thought there'd be a few guards that would come with us, or like a hunting master.
The Lord tells you to bring wine and...
Coming up, sir.
At long last.
Bacon. Wine.
So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
I am.
No.
Although we haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Rattay for a while. Listening to Hanish's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
Hanish is the steward who is in charge. What are we going to hunt?
Cumans.
What? Humans? But...
You should see your face! Well, never mind. Anyway, it's too late to go anywhere today. But tomorrow we set off at first light.
We don't get to eat or drink anything? He's gonna sit there and eat all that in front of us? Wow. He had 2 whole flasks of wine. I thought one for me, one for him. I am a fool. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we wait till morning. We're going to sleep here in the rain, as apparently there's a bed under a shelter. Kind of, sort of, but not really for us. Notice it's a forced save here. It makes me wonder what's going on around here. Comfort 30%. That's pretty rough. We actually need to wait until dawn.
I thought we were going to get an early...
Early means at first light.
Like I said, I really do feel like he's professionally stupid. I like genuinely cannot believe. Oh, we'll let us shoot him. Interesting. Would have been much more interesting of a journey if we could have popped him here at the camp and just see how things played out. Not a big deal.
Sir, wake up, sir. It's time to go.
What? Are you mad? It's still dark.
6
I
a.m.
thought we were going to get an early start, sir.
Early means at first light.
I mean, it's kind of first light. Apparently not first light enough for this guy. All right. We will sleep another hour if it'll let us.
What are you waiting for? Your lord requires you for the hunt.
Really? Such a renowned hunter needs help?
You wouldn't dare mock your betters now, would you?
Oh, heaven forbid, your lordship.
If that's the way you want it, peasant, we'll meet back here at noon. Whoever has the most hairs wins. Ha! You'll soon be laughing on the other side of your grubby face. And now turn your back for a while. I know a few tried and tested spots in these woods, and I don't want you stealing them.
We are absolutely not going to run around through these woods and try and, like, shoot some... Like, he can just win.
Good fella.
Like, there's no way that he's not doing something to make fun of us or mock us or get us killed or fall in some big hole so he can, you know, do something mean to us. Like, so our health is good, our energy's good, we're a little bit undernourished, but it should be time for him to get back. He can just win his own little forced competition. I have a little sit. Can you believe we walked all this way barefoot? That just sucks, man. We don't have anything to cook. We will pass some more time. Hopefully he makes it back soon.
How did the hunt go for you, sir? Have we got enough hares?
Show me. Looks like we're as bad as each other. And now come along. Let's go and hunt some real game.
No, no, no. We should not be doing this, man.
Henry, mount up and let's go hunting.
Mount up, right. We don't have a horse. Thanks for reminding us in our probably, like, bloody feet. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's all just mount up. It's like the worst hunting trip ever. So remember, there's two kings who are trying to kind of like take control of these lands, both for different reasons and different kind of power curves. And he wants to go hunt some of the hired mercenaries of one of the kings. And like that sounds like just something that someone professionally stupid would do. And when I say that, I don't mean like, where did he go? Someone like very haha, like, oh my goodness, a comedian. But I mean someone who has like genuine, some kind of brain damage, brain rot, some kind of like deficiency mentally that has them just making really bad choices and then somehow committing to making them worse. I wish you'd move like a little slower. It's not like we are barefoot in the woods trying to run him down. I like how he's like kind of incompetent at most things as well. For example, we've pretty much never held a sword before and just barely beat him with it. In the archery competition, we scored a 9. He's had his whole life to shoot. He scored a 12. 12 is good though, don't get me wrong. But like, you think you could have scored a little better than 12 since we were able to do 9 on our first try. In the forest here, he's like, I grew up here. I know where the rabbits are hiding. Turn around. I don't want you to know my secret hunting spots. Catches literally nothing. Like, he's going to get us killed.
You won't kill him like that. Boar is hunted with spears.
Is that so? So now all of a sudden you're a master huntsman, are you?
Watch and learn.
Did you see that? So, next time you try to tell me I can't kill a boar with an arrow, you can... Mount up, Henry. We're going to chase down that swine. Yeah! Yeah!
We're never going to catch them. Right, mount up. We'll just run him down. Find Hans. No problem. Oh, he died. And for that, we got hung, and it's game over. We just lost? Wow. We are running as fast as we can so that we don't fail this again. As it turns out, you not only can fail this one, but also, I have no idea how that dude didn't shoot a single rabbit, as we've been running by bunny after bunny, like every hill. Kind of wacky. Why did we get killed? Because he got killed. I didn't think we were responsible for his safety. That was definitely not the role that... Okay, we're running towards the complete wrong letter A. I just opened up the map. Here he is, somewhere in this letter A, and there's another letter A that's kind of at the top over here. I'm not sure if we're going to pass it this time. It's a little embarrassing that he got killed once or maybe twice. However, we are going to save him. I did not think it was our job to keep him alive and well. I actually kind of was understanding it was his job to make sure we had a reasonable experience with him. Man, how lost did this guy even get? He was the one that said that he knew this place, but he's also the fool that said, let's go hunt down some barbarian mercenary dudes. So maybe they caught him and killed him. Pull out our bow just in case. Not really sure who's hanging out in these woods. But they're much better equipped than we are for our hunting mission. Unless this is our camp, and then I'll feel very silly. I see one dude walking around. Look, there's a rabbit right there in front of us. I think I hear him. He's been insulting the dudes. We have discovered a camp. I love how we're crouched. And you see our dog here, like their hair went flat. And their tail went down, right? Like in aggression mode. I love it. Okay, Hans is tied up. There's a dude with a bow and arrow. And looks like...
It takes 3 of you to handle one check.
So Hans said it takes 3 of them to take him down. So maybe there's 3 of them around here. We're going to circle the camp a little and see if we can't find at least 3 then. We crept really close. I only see one dude. Hans is tied up on the left there and keeps talking about how it was 3 of them that brought him in. But I really only see one dude here. I think one of these dudes is actually asleep. I found some feet just barely outside of a tent. We're going to put away our bow. If we can take out the guy standing here on the other side of this super bush, then we're going to hopefully be able to take out the sleeper and find out if there actually is a 3rd one or not. We're going to get kind of one chance at this. Here we go. We've never taken down someone. Oh no, my dog. Relax, Mutt, relax.
What are you gaping at?
Besarash.
Oh no, we're dead. We're so dead. I'm trying to get my weapon out still. Yeah, we're in trouble. 2 on 1. Really bad odds. We're dead. We will start the run back to the camp since we at least know exactly where it is, and we will see if we can't get a little lucky this time. I think our only opportunity to be successful, we will need to stealth take down one of the guards, as there's absolutely 0 chance we can win a 2-on-1 fight. We've never stealthed anyone who's been seated. We'll see if it's an issue. Oh no, he's gonna get free, he's gonna get free. He's got a bow, he's got a bow. There's no time to untie him, we are under attack. Okay, did that free him? He took an arrow? No, he's tied himself back up. Please tell me my dog's gonna do something helpful. Dude.
Hey, you!
These guys are way too tough for me. I really wish my dog would help in combat. Or we could have untied him or something.
Look here! You, the Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Oh.
It's a good thing you showed up, Henry.
Yeah, I don't want to untie him at all. We will go and untie him now. Since we saved his life. I still think we should have just taken his life.
Henry!
Run away.
Henry!
What?
I'll have a bronze bust made of you, my friend. But where have you been till now?
Oh, you know, I was picking berries, had a drink of wine, took a little nap.
You lunatic! They almost had me roasting on a spit.
I'd say it looked more like they were about to take your maidenhood.
I 1000% cannot believe this series of events.
Get here, everybody!
He's like, where have you been? As he rode off
Help him!
on his horse. We could not keep up. Where were we? Trying to catch you.
You sent for me, sir?
Come in.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead. And to think I sent you out with him as a punishment.
I was only doing my duty, sir.
Don't be so modest, young Henry. You showed not only courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Well, let's celebrate your promotion and Sir Hans's recovery. Well, don't just stand there, lad. Pour us a drink.
I like how his idea of celebrating is we pour them a drink. There's only 2 cups.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent tidings.
What now?
A stable boy came from Neuhof. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning. There's many dead or maimed.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm not sure. The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead.
Who did this? Who were they?
We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some huge fellow in black armor who led the attack.
Take as many men as you need. Bring me their heads!
Yes, sir.
My men at your disposal too, Hanush.
Thank you, friend.
Sir, let me ride with them. Their leader, he must be the one who attacked me at Skalitz. There can't be 2 men in the whole kingdom who look like that.
No doubt you could use another swordsman, Captain.
As you command, my lord.
How soon can you leave, Bernard?
Soon as the men are ready, sir.
Good. Wait in the courtyard for Henry. And, give him a horse.
His own mount?
His reward for saving Sir Hans. He'll need it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, go! I want these culprits in the hands of the executioner as soon as possible.
I won't let you down, sir.
I cannot believe they're like, let's celebrate. Pour us a drink. We're gonna sit here and drink it. We solved their problem, and their idea of celebrating is to go.
Stop! I need to search you.
Why?
Hey.
Why does he need to search me? Do we have anything stolen? Probably. I'm apparently being searched.
What? Orders of his lordship.
Okay.
If you insist.
Nothing. All right, you may continue.
Yeah, we get harassed a lot by this guard. I'll tell you what, though.
There's the good dog.
It clearly says I've actually been given my own horse. We have to try him out. But also, there was no company of soldiers in the courtyard. They absolutely did not wait for us. Even stranger, when we came down here to mount our own horse, you can see we're in combat. See the top, whatever here. It even shows, that one's not ours. One of these had our name on it. I could have sworn, or at least it didn't say, you know, someone else's horse. But we immediately got in combat and our horse just spooked. I didn't think anything of it. I thought we'd just kind of go down here and pick it up. But they're very upset with me. And I don't know why. I didn't do it. You can see we have no bounty. We have no... That's all we've got, man. Maybe this is our horse? Yeah, this looks like our horse,
I'm going
Pebbles.
to enjoy this.
No, you're not. Let us go, let us go. I don't know why they're just beating us up. But they are. I mean, they're just beating us right down. See, follow them into Newernerf, and they just all, like, ganged up on me. We were in jail for 2 days? Well, that's what you get for using a horse they said you could use. What a setup. That's crazy. Poor Henry, huh? Wonder who set us up. We are just outside of the main part of Rattay here. We're going to go ahead and mount our horse, named Pebbles, apparently. Charming. And make our way over to, hopefully, our objective. Curiously enough, some of the dialogue through town, which I'm not sure is going to make it into the final cut. Some of the people are saying the place we're going was one of the most loyal and profitable subjects in this fiefdom. It's like the little kingdom we're in, right? And apparently, I don't know, they also caused like absolutely no trouble. Like they brought money in, they were obedient to the local lord, and no trouble has ever happened here before. I think it was maybe like a merchant we walked by who was like, you know, we can't all be as good as, and they named this place. And not in like a bad way, but just in like, they do good things here. So it's a little ominous that like, that's the exact place that there seems to be trouble. Oh, if my dog is keeping up. Oh, he is. Man, he loves a good run. Look at Pebbles, or look at Mutt go. We've discovered an accident? Well, Henry, not only was you're not the only accident around here, I guess. Bandits. I'm right here. I thought they would, like, come... Yeah, drink some water, boy. Yeah, I thought they'd come, like, running out the woodwork. And look at that. Yeah, very nice. It is just gorgeous out here. Look at this. The fields with the flowers. You got the god rays coming off the sun in through the trees. They might have another term. They might not be called god rays. We have discovered Newhoff. Whoa. Who does this to a horse? Yeah, this looks about right. Fast travel point. Very exciting. A shrine. Trying to find the soldiers we were supposed to, like, follow here. Who not only didn't wait for us, it was an ambush. We spent 2 days in jail. That felt terrible. There we go. Oh, great job, Pebbles. I really appreciate you not throwing me. Mutt loves Pebbles. A tale as old as time. 4 legs, 2 tails, and some lovin'. Alright, let's go, let's go. They're the best of friends. You two hang out, have fun. We discovered a horse trader, but we're looking for a horse thief. What's up, guy? He doesn't talk. Wash up quick. What are we wearing? Not much, okay. Got a bunch of objectives here. Ah, Captain. What?
Where have you been? All that bold talk and then you disappear? That's not the kind of man I need.
But
You guys threw me in jail.
Silence!
You're kidding
I don't
me,
want to
right?
hear it.
Don't get away with this.
I haven't
I
made
genuinely...
the best out of it, but maybe I can still be of some help.
I cannot believe this. It was a setup. Like, the aristocrats set us up to be thrown in jail. And then we get here and he blames us too? Brutal. Come on, Captain. You know it's not like that.
Where have you been? While you were gone, we found a dead brigand in the woods. The others are probably long gone by now.
Did you learn anything?
No. He was already dead. Go and take a look if you want. One of my men is still standing guard, just to be sure.
I'm sorry to trouble you, man, but could you tell me about the raid?
The noise woke us up. Me and Smill. We thought the horses were restless, or maybe some drunk had staggered here from the inn. My husband went out to see what was going on. Then I just heard loud voices and screaming.
Did you recognize any of the voices you heard?
No, but they spoke Czech, cursing like demons, even at each other.
At each other? They quarrelled?
Yes. Something must have happened.
Did anyone here see anything?
From what I've heard, Mark was the first one to wake. It might be a good idea to talk to him.
Ginger was sleeping in the stable. He might have seen something. Jacob, the old stable boy. He even fought with them.
I don't know of anyone else.
We should find Ginger the stable boy. If he was asleep by the horses, he likely not only got woke up first, but also...
How could anyone be so cruel?
Probably knows the most.
Something must have gone wrong for them. They went off without taking anything. They left in a hurry. You could see if there's a fence knocked down, or a gate.
Look, I know that it's difficult, but I only need you to answer a few questions. I'm here because Sir Radzig sent me. What actually happened here?
They killed the animals and... Why did they kill them?
Did they take anything?
No. We ran outside and it was chaos. Animals were dying, the stables were burning, and those demons everywhere.
The stables were already burning. Didn't that happen after they fled?
No. It was to set the blaze when they arrived.
You said they were demons?
No, just vermin. Worthless human vermin.
Let's talk to Ginger. I think this guy knows things. He knows something.
I don't know anything.
Are you hurt?
No, nothing. Not a scratch.
Suspicious. Not only is he soulless.
What really happened here?
I don't know. Someone attacked. I don't know who.
You didn't happen to hear where they came from?
No. What? I didn't see a thing.
They slaughtered horses as well as people, and yet it seems they didn't take anything.
We're back at the horse farm. We found on the body of the bandit the horse pick, some kind of a tool used for the horseshoes, I believe. We're going to see who it belongs to. Now, we do know that I think it was Jacob here who fought the bandits. But where did the ginger guy go? He was standing right here a second ago. Suspicious times 2. Mark, you have any idea whose hoof pick this is?
Ginger's. He was always bragging about it.
Well, the guy who saw nothing and knew nothing about it apparently put his hoof pick into a bandit.
Because of him? Because of him they murdered us?
Wait, hold on. You think Ginger was responsible for the attack?
He ran off! Don't you see? He was acting so strange and then he ran off!
Where do you think Ginger would have gone?
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. He gets on well with them. I think that's where he's gone. If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Ratte, you'll come across one of their camps. Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Ujits.
But how can I find them?
There's always smoke when they work. You'll smell them before you see them. Oh, and they need to be near water. There's that too.
So if I go through the woods along running water, I'll find them?
Exactly.
There's actually really good directions. Well, the hunt begins. We're actually getting pretty close to where Ginger might be. Apparently those woods just across that river in front of us is where the charcoal burners hang out. So hopefully we can find them and find Ginger and get a little more info on these bandits that attacked a local horse farm. An accident. Is it a witch? Some kind of a broom? Look at this. She was definitely riding a broom. Oh, we can actually... a witch potion too, wow. Some exciting stuff right there. Let's take all that. Sorry about your broom riding accident here. Who knew that dandelions grow where the witch falls down? Okay. I love some good context clues. Witch's potion? Check. Broom? Check. She probably floats. I mean, that's totally a witch. Yeah. Hopefully this isn't combat, because then we're in real trouble here. Spokesman. Choker burner. Choker burner. Hello, Mr. Spokesman.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry. There's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him, and the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch, although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No, but they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Thank you.
All right, I'll go and ask somewhere else.
We got good information. Also, a little bit of bad news.
Damn! Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Okay, sorry. I don't know if you heard that, but he really ripped us a new one there. I think all the rain that we get would feel so constant. Makes these bright, sunshiny days so much more vibrant. Not a cloud in the sky, not a single breeze that we don't make.
Hey, lad, come here.
Nope. That's a bandit. But is he alone? Is he a lone bandit? We could fight one bandit. I bet we could fight one bandit. I think it's just one bandit. I'm just checking these other bushes around the zone. Like, I don't see like 50 dudes waiting over here to jump me.
Friend, come closer. I have an enticing offer for you.
Really? You have an enticing offer for me, friend?
How about measuring our strength against each other, huh? I'd just like to pass the time of day with a fellow wayfarer.
I see. What do you have in mind?
We could have a little bout of combat. For the sake of practice.
All right, sure, why not?
All right, why not?
Finally, a taker. I hope you have coin, though.
We're going to bet 50 monies on this fight. This is a bad idea. We're going for it.
Fine, let's go.
Oh,
I want to point out here. We literally are naked with a little. Oh my gosh! What the heck? All we've got is a stick, dude. I want to get one of those big smacky maces everyone has. I feel like they do a lot more damage.
Think I'll let you off, do you? No. We finish this.
It's really trying to kill me.
There'll be no quarter for you.
He lied.
Shit.
He just killed us. Everyone just lies to Henry and then kills us. Well, that sucked. I just don't think we have any chance versus these dudes. Like, I feel so wildly outclassed, and it's not just I don't have the gear. It really feels like we need like 10 more points into every stat. And the lack of an ability to like reliably save. Just beating us up. Well, somewhere in these woods, from kind of right here all the way across, is Ginger. I mean, he is somewhere up in this huge section. For perspective on how big this place is, here's the entire town of Rattay. This entire town fits into those woods like times 4. So wish us luck, because we're gonna need it to find this guy, I feel like. We can get out a torch, but it's almost worse. Just because we have huge shadows now. Everything close to us is bright, but everything like a little further away, almost impossible to see. We'll see if we can't find Ginger in this nightmare and get to the bottom of these horse farm attacking bandits, you know? Because that Ginger guy, he knows something. Like, definitively, he knows something for sure. As he, like, is hiding not just from us, but also from the bandits who seem to be looking for him as well. We are incredibly lost. I got a little stuck on the road on, like, a log or whatever. So I jumped my horse. And now we are just in the woods. Everything looks the same. We discovered another camp. These camps are all over the place. This one's pretty busted. At least there's no bandits. This one has a roof. Maybe there's something to loot inside. I mean, it's just an absolute just misery trying to get around out here. It is just incredibly authentic. You ever been lost in the woods? You know. You just know. Hi.
It's not my fault. There was nothing I could have done to help. I was frozen solid.
This is Ginger? I don't even remember him looking like this at all.
I couldn't even get a peep out. What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness. They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
don't know his name, only that he's from Ushets and he has a limp.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
I saw him a few times in the tavern in Ushets, playing dice and boozing.
And?
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
He's from Ushets, and he has a limp.
He limps, and he's from Ushets. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
Man, look how dark it gets without the torch. It is just night. Look at this. Torch? Wow. No torch. Well, let's get back to the stud farm, if we can. This is crazy. I, do not know where we are. There are no landmarks. I mean, we're just lost in the woods. If this building had less of a roof, we don't even stop. As we've discovered I mean, look at this. Where are we? I can open up the map and, go in a direction, but, doesn't really do a lot for me. Because it's just woods, you know? Very impressive. I have to give absolutely full credit to the game devs for just creating an environment that you can get lost in. Not because it's stupid big, it's just well designed with the hill, right? If we tried to go back that way, look at the hill. You can't see over that hill. You would never know there was even a little house there. Well, we're going to be lost for a while, and then hopefully we'll be somewhere good. I know it's very dark as it's still night, but we are almost back to the horse farm. I don't know if the captain's still here, or if the farmers are. All the soldiers' horses are still here. So I'm hoping they're also still here investigating whatever it is these guys investigate. I just can't see anything. It is so dark. We would have walked right into this pole. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, he's still just standing here. I love that. Captain Bernard, I've got some news for you, old boy.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence. What if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed. But it's true. You're a peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened. Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
All right, since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ushets. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway.
So Captain Bernard told us to report to Sir Radzig, so we're going to go do that. Apparently he's here. We walked right by him in the darkness of the night. He's standing right here the whole time.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ushit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
All right. Better go to Ushit's then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir.
Think we can take him out when no one's looking? No, he's got some plot armor, this boy. And some shiny, shiny armor. Oh, that's his horse. Nice. Look at him go. All that heavy armor. Wonder where we'll find him next. Wow. Somebody's drunk in the saddle. What a dude. Absolute legend just making his way. Oh my gosh.
It's
Time to go to Uzits and track down the fellow with a limp. We actually went here once before to learn how to read. Alright, the sun has been up for about 5 hours. See if we can't talk to the scribe now that he put on his fancy hat.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
I've come to ask if you'd be willing to teach me to read.
Why, it would be my pleasure. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit.
We will sit down. And we're going to click read. The flashing is a lightning storm. It's a bug.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet.
Well, it's definitely a small nightmare to get here. But being able to read, I'm sure, is going to come in handy. I don't know exactly when, but his flashing is absolutely horrible. So hopefully we can get rid of it pretty soon. And it's a little crazy. We are going back to Uzits now after having learned how to read and like come all the way back here. This is kind of a side quest. So the main quest does eventually lead us there. So here from Rattay, this kind of city here, we're going to go all the way up to Uzits here on the right. I mean, it's just way up in the top of the map, and hopefully it's just a safe little fast travel. So we lost about, looks like 10% of our energy just trying to get here. Apparently there's a limping bandit around here somewhere. I think maybe we'll get back on the horse and just kind of survey the town once before we start talking to too many people. Unless we see anything like uniquely suspicious. So it looks like there's a tavern on the right here. Church on our left. Pretzel shop here, or a baker. There's the scribe. Taught us how to read. Another grocer. I don't see anything like too out of the ordinary around here. We're going to turn around in a second as I think we're getting kind of, oops, to the edge of town. Looks like there's actually a little more on the hill over there. Let's head towards that marker, and maybe that is actually something, or maybe it's just the letter A in the middle of the search zone. Uh-oh. Ooh, don't break a leg. Ugh. I like really worry about my horse over some of these inclines. Okay, I thought we cleared this. We did not. It's a very convincing jump. Looks like a lot of the village kind of lives over this way. And, like, the trading zone... Oh my gosh, we got so stuck. Not again. Maybe we'll just talk to these dudes, because we're stuck here, so we might as well. I'm gonna have to, like, move a little ways away and then call my horse again. What's up, guy?
God be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
It has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Rattay.
Apparently the first person we talked to knew exactly where the house was, so we just have to get to the house. It's gonna be over this way, it looks like.
Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron!
Did we just go right by his house? Why is there a crowd? What is going on here? I feel like we just, like, woke up some cult by mistake.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
When was the body found?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Who exactly was Limpy, and how did his first name become Limpy?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
It feels like a little bit of a dead end, but maybe someone here knows something.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
He was a loner. We didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Well, he was a little helpful.
Come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa.
I don't know nothing about it.
So it seems like the dude may have a friend who's a priest, who he did spend some time with. If we didn't have to level up speech by talking to everyone, we would not talk to everyone, as they all have the same dialogue.
Good health to you.
I've come... Have you... Do you know...
Absolutely no variety, but this is the only way to level
God
speech. It is hard to level
God
up,
be with
as you need to talk to quite literally everyone everywhere.
Do you know...
And our speech level is not great.
Goodbye.
Brutal. That is so many people to punch through. We're going to check out the murder scene. It's actually very gruesome, so I'm not sure it's going to make it into the final cut here. Now, since we can read, we can try and read the writing on the wall.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
It's a good point, Henry. A bandit that knows how to write you would not see every day. We're going to head to see if we can find out anything from the priest. As that was the only real lead we got as to who might actually know something or what's going on with this Limpy fellow. It would seem that they were smashed over the head, cut open, and written on the wall above the body, was Judas, right? Try and send a message, but how many people can actually read, right? We know it's an unusual and rare skill. So who is this bandit trying to send a message to? I think the priest is in the tavern or hanging out by the church. Looks like it's under repair. I feel like he's going to be in the tavern, right? That's where the village is. Everyone's hanging out here. We'll see if we can't find anyone that looks like a priest.
Coming.
Villagers. Vashik. He's got a name.
To you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Alright, so not that guy.
A tankard of ale for me.
Villagers. Looks like maybe a guard. Innkeeper.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well.
I don't know nothing about it.
That man...
I didn't really...
Have you noticed...
I was...
Do you know what...
He looked...
Do you know...
Not with anyone from the...
Yeah, I don't see anyone... there's a Joseph. Or at least a named villager.
God be with you. I don't...
Have you... That's
yeah,
all.
These guys know quite literally
Take
nothing.
care now.
We will, I guess,
Hey.
go check the church. Maybe it's not under the construction the way I think it is. I mean, it looks very under construction. Who's this? What's up, villager?
What?
I've come in the...
Ask away.
Have you?
Yeah, they also just know nothing. All right, bye-bye. We win, bye-bye. Is there even a door in here? It's the back side. Maybe he lives near the church? Wonder if we're allowed in. Oh, he's just hanging out. Nothing creepy here at all. What's up, Father Godwin?
Blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Good luck to you.
So he just wants a bribe. All right, no problem. We will give him a good bribe. Check what time it is.
What's the hold up? Hey, ale here.
Ooh, it's almost midnight. Let's go here and just wait an hour if we can. And we'll see if he comes. I mean, it's like really late. Look, like everyone's gone home. Innkeeper. Somebody wants to play some dice. Mostly empty room. Father Godwin and Godwin's concubine. These people are so fun. Okay. He wants us to sit down. Okay. What a dude, huh?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Gallets.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
That's true.
It seemed so pointless, and we had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did send him.
But I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
It's not good.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You're telling me you're not going to help?
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen. Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
This is hilarious.
Na kraj padł desej smutek, drobnielo I rano utek, niech już małżeński majstra, do wczera żylne staje.
I think we're about to get robbed.
Tej moi słaby murzyn, nechciałby bejbie I chudzi, na jedno jedno, a tacy damy jedno, a Boże ręce kupi jako poslední den. Budny słaby, panorama stawy, na tak wypalcuny, a posadzeni sen, tak posadź se sen, a ty panie ven. Ukaż kozy jako wozy, zejtra jen tu są nejden, tak nalejmy hned, a to ci se zje. Ty bleska wybracego newica se zitra jeździ, a nejni to na posłach.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Are you kidding me?
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh my goodness. We have made a mistake in a tavern. Again.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Here we go.
Come on then.
Oh boy.
You want
Oh boy.
Come and get it.
We're fighting.
Don't worry.
I don't know who we're fighting, but we're fighting them all.
Have a bit of a punch.
As you like.
We gotta help them out. We can't lose. We gotta help them out, okay?
Fast. You'll get your penance now. So, my dears, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
Climb the bell tower?
I'd
What a
love
terrible
to.
idea.
And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Alright, everybody in. Follow that buffoon. We're about to wake everybody up too early, aren't we?
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Everyone's gonna wake up super early, think there's a fire, bandits, you know.
Wonderful.
Oh!
Ah, bloody oath.
Oh no. We're gonna get in trouble for this, aren't we?
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
It's just that kind of party. Or just somebody's ringing the bell and it's not us. Oh man. We are gonna sober up in a bad way. Oh no 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 no.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Why is she so loud?
Fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move before my flock eats me alive.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Blackmail. Love it. All right, here we go.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
We're really doing it. Oh, we shouldn't be doing this at all.
Come on, Henry. Don't tell me you changed your mind.
I totally did, but we're following you, man. Father Godwin here. Should we have at least like washed up in a rain barrel or anything? Mercy. Okay. Here goes nothing.
Then. What's the...
No, hold up. Literally none. We're going in.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pot.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
Animals, I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas.
Dude.
Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Here goes nothing.